So, Geechi Gotti dropped his 2022 hit list. Let's talk about it. He got Hollow, Hollow the Dawn, Murder Mook, Easy the Block Captain, Luke Castro, Iron Solomon, Calico, and I think Kid Chaos was the full list. Like when I say Geechi Gotti trying to battle pretty much like everybody who's pretty much making noise or like that's somebody, that's exactly what Geechi Gotti's trying to do. Like his 2022 hit list looking real interesting. He got a mixture of like the hot guys, the hot guys that are making noise. He got a mixture of the vets, and he got a mixture of names. Now, a while ago, you saw Murder Mook and Geechi Gotti promoting Salute 7. What up with it? Geechi Gotti was promoting him versus Murder Mook. Now, don't know what happened that before that didn't happen, but Murder Mook is on Geechi Gotti's 2022 hit list. So, hopefully that happens. Hopefully that's a dope battle. A lot of people saying Mook's been washed up in some of the performances that he's had since he's been back. I think Murder Mook did okay against Tay Rock. I had Murder Mook losing the Reed. That battle overall just wasn't it. And then, what other battles did Mook have? Tay Rock, Reed Dollars, the 2-on-2 with Calico. Like, I don't want to. My contender of the year. That's a tough choice because I would say Geechi. Easy's been doing his numbers. You can't like A-Ward, you gotta throw in there. But realistically speaking and thinking, 9 times out of 10 we know whoever wins champion of the year is gonna be a URL battler. I would say Geechi probably. Him beating Lux matters. Geechi beating Lux matters. So that definitely mattered. Like Geechi ain't afraid to battle nobody. Like Geechi's pretty much battle everybody that matters. So I would say like my order would be probably Geechi number one. Easy to Block Captain's definitely on that list for champion of the year. A-Ward, Loso, Run Nitty. Some people are throwing Sue Surf in that mix. I said Surf, but I'm only saying Surf because a couple of the things I've seen online have had Surf's name put on there. But at the same time, I agree with folks saying, how do you put Surf on there for having 3 good back-to-back battles, but they were all 3 wins versus formidable opponents? And a guy like A-Ward and someone like Loso and Geechi have been doing this all year. So let's not, and even Easy Block Captain, like, let's not just be trying to put people on there because they're finally doing what they're supposed to have been doing all along, which I understand that perspective too. In my opinion, A-Ward coming to URL, you know, it could be an okay situation, but I don't think A-Ward needs to be on URL. The way that A-Ward's career is going without even touching URL should tell you a lot of things. He's battled a lot of URL guys off URL. Whether you think he won or he lost. Yes, strength of schedule matters. And I get that. I get that definitely. Because as far as A-Ward this year, he's battled Geechi. He battled Geechi. He battled Clips in a one-rounder. Who else did A-Ward battle this year? Was Arsenal this year? I think Arsenal was this year. Rosenberg Raw. So that's understandable. Yeah. A lot of A-Ward's battles have been not against like real competition unless it's really been a name. Like, so I get it. I get it. Like, do I think A-Ward would be more in the Champion of the Year talks if he was signed to URL? It's hard to say because it will still matter of who would battle A-Ward as far as URL. So it's hard to say. I would say Geechi for Champion of the Year right about now. Him or Easy. Him or Easy to block captain. As far as like consistency, great performances, no chokes, no stumbles, delivery, you know, whether it's battle of the night, round of the night, performance of the night, these guys are consistently being talked about. If Geechi gets his hit list for 2022, I'm trying to think, what could his record be? He was easy to block captain. He wants Aaron Solomon. He wants Murder Moot. He wants Kid Chaos, Luke Castro. Calico. I don't know what Geechi's record would be, but I can't say that Geechi would definitely have some classics. Classics with some replay value with the names that he wants to battle. I can definitely say that. Another thing that people are gonna say, if Geechi wins again this year, so this will be what, 2 years in a row, 3 years in a row. How many times has Geechi won Champion of the Year? 2 times in a row so far. Like, and then they're doing most improved battler. People are talking about Surf far as most improved battler. Is it really improvement far as Surf, or has Surf finally honed in on what he should have been doing all along? Like, even salute the champion and Jay Black with coming up for most improved battler and they get $1,000. Salute to that. He's had a great year. Oh, okay. So three-peat for Geechi if he wins this year, which I think he will. I think Geechi will be Champion of the Year again. I don't think Surf should be in a conversation for most improved battler. Surf has been Surf since you've been watching him since he's been 19. So that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even say Surf. I would definitely say Bill Collector or Luke Castro. Definitely. Cause can we really give Surf credit for having 3 consistent rounds and 3 straight battles with 3 wins, and some of these guys are doing it multiple times a year? That's why I would more so be inclined with a Bill Collector. Bill Collector's been on fire this year. KOTD tournament, he battled Sway Seva on Max Out. Like, he's been batted here, there, and everywhere, but he's been having fire performances. Luke Castro. Now, female champion of the year is a little trickier. No, it's not being disrespectful to Surf. Are we gonna award Surf as most improved for doing what he's supposed to have been doing, which is coming with 3 prepared rounds? That's all I'm saying. I would think more when I think most improved, it would be somebody who really needed to get into battling consistently and, you know, and work their way up, which I can say Luke Castro went from UN, the UN tournament to working his way from not really being known to battling Arsenal to battling Ramnitty. Like, that's more so what I think when I think most improved. Bill Collector going from people didn't want to battle him to him having 5 performances with KOTD. You know, like, I'm definitely not downplaying Surf having 3 straight wins versus 3 straight names, quality opponents. I'm definitely not dismissing that. But at the same time, it's what he's supposed to be doing. Female Champion of the Year. 40 says C3, and I'm trying to understand how you say C3, and C3 only had, what, 1 battle this year, which was Vixen, right? So I'm not understanding. Like, I'm not understanding with that one. I don't know. I definitely don't know with that one. I would think female champion of the year would have to be somebody who's battled more and had a battle that, like, really was impactful as far as the culture, as far as female battle rap. So I really don't know with that. I know some have said Vixen, some have said Coffee, some have said Casey. Female champion of the year, I really can't say. I really can't say. It could possibly be Casey because Casey has battled a lot. She made it to a point in the UN tournament. So none of the other women made it that far. She beat Twerk. She beat Prep. Whether you care that they choked or not, she beat them. You know, then she battled 40. She just battled Casey. And she had some other one-rounders here and there. So I definitely could see Casey possibly as Woman of the Year. Oh yeah, we definitely not going to dismiss Fonz and what he did to Lou Castro. He definitely beat Lou Castro. That might have been the best I've seen Fonz in, like, all the battles I've watched as far as Fonz. His performance versus Lou Castro might have been his best. If I gotta pick based off of things that I've seen so far as female battle rap and female champion of the year, I would say Casey. I would say Casey. I would say Casey for female champion of the year. Most improved battler would definitely either be Lou Castro or Bill Collector. And my champion of the year would probably be Geechi. I don't say Vixen because Vixen only battled, what, twice this year? Vixen only battled, what, twice this year? Shuni and now, Casey, right? I think you gotta battle. I mean, I would say it would be battling more than twice, but then again is how impactful are these battles that you're having. Like, that was Shuni's introduction to caffeine. Vixen won. Vixen definitely won. And I have Vixen beating Casey, but in a fire back and forth battle. That's a fact. Bill Collector's been doing his thing. Bill Collector's been doing his numbers. I don't care what you think far as Bill Collector. He's been giving quality performances. If you've been following the King of the Dot tournament, then you know what I'm talking about as far as bill collecting and the performances that he's been having over there. Yeah, C3 definitely needs to battle way more. Like, far as Caffeine, we saw her versus, what was it? Rum Nitty. Then we seen her recently with the Vixen battle. C3 definitely needs another battle. I don't know who I want to see her against, but C3 definitely needs another battle. She's fire. She's fire. Like Bill Collector's been doing his numbers. He's been giving quality performance after quality performance. In my opinion, he's been one of the highlights over there at the King of the Dot S1. He's been one of the highlights of watching it. Like initially, when I was thinking about who's going to be in each bracket, I said Bill Collector has the potential to win it all, depending on how he prepares. Miss Hustle versus C3, that could be interesting, but I think we'll probably get Hustle versus Casey probably before that. Yeah, I think Bill Collector stays the way that he's rapping and he's performing in preparation. He can win KOTD season 1. I feel as though he can do it. It's quite possible he can do it. Um, like other performances that have been dope over there. EDI is dope over there. Mac Myron's dope. Cash, Money, he's dope. Who else? XQZ, he's fire. XQZ is fire. M City coming back and battling over there. That's been cool. That's been what I've been looking forward to a lot. Because if you follow M City, he raps. Like M City raps. You gonna have to get up there and rap with him. Like so that's what you gotta do with him. Um, Gage was okay in the performances I've seen from Gage. Um, Reggie P did good. Riggs, Bad News, Street Hymns. Royalty is dope. I think Royalty is fire. New RL, he's fire. Nigga, this is Crip. Royalty is dope. I first was hip to Royalty watching West Coast Elite, and then he ended up being in the Crucible. So I was able to watch him in the Crucible, and then he ended up battling on Born Legacy, which was in Washington, I think it was. Yeah, he battled Deuce, and he beat Deuce. He beat Deuce. Royalty had a really good showing against Deuce. So I'm waiting to see who Royalty battles next. Like, what's up with the rookies versus vets? I thought that was going to be the next thing after the Crucible. I haven't heard too much more about that. I think there's definitely some options for us Royalty to battle that he can make like good battles with. There's a lot of options. Um, Brandon Hawkins, you ain't gotta get the app. If you go on Reddit, you can find some of these battles. Reddit has some of these battles. You can watch a lot of these battles for free on Reddit. Um, but if for those who watched the Crucible, Royalty did really good. Royalty had some other dope battles on the Riot and West Coast Elite. Royalty battled Primo. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah. Always trying to make sure I look out so people can watch the battles. Royalty versus Primo was a really good battle. Who else there? Just look up Royalty DMV for sure. DMV, Big Maryland. Um, Royalty definitely is somebody out the new RL that's gonna make its mark. I need to see Royalty versus Snake Eyes. I need to see that. Um, no, Royalty versus Truffaut. That's what it was. That was on the Monopoly League card. I haven't seen it yet. I need to see it. I need to see a lot of those battles minus A War versus Geechi off that Monopoly card. Um, I think even Royalty versus Snake Eyes could be fire. Royalty versus Snake Eyes could be a dope battle. Um, I'm ready to see the guys from the Crucible and Ultimate Madness 3 and 4. I'm ready to see them more. You know, there's enough cards. There's more than enough talent. Yeah, that's what card he was on. Yes, Royalty battled Deuce on the Born Legacy card on URL, and then he battled Truffaut on the Monopoly card. But the only thing about that I'm hearing is that Truffaut choked, and that battle really doesn't have replay value, but for royalties rounds. So that's cool. As long as I get to see Royalty rap, that's all that matters. I think he's improving the more and more that he battles. He can be like one of those guys as far as new RL. He can be one of those guys. He's had some dope battles. The Black Air Force Ones. Like Truffaut when he was battling, who he battled when he brought out the Black Air Force Ones and then uniform. I forgot who he's battling. He brought them joints out. Like there's a lot of good battles. That I still need to watch Loso versus Jada Nightwing, even though I know Jada Nightwing choked and Loso won the battle. I still want to watch it. I still want to watch it because even in these battles when we know a person choked, they usually still have some good lines throughout the rounds. So I don't know how bad he choked and how many times he choked, but I know he choked. So I'ma watch it. Um, it's so many battles that are dropping that it's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up and watch them. Like I don't have URL's app. I don't have the app anymore. So I be trying to find ways that I can watch the battles, you know. But I'm probably gonna eventually get the app back. Cause that's the only way I think I'm gonna be able to watch the last part of the Crucible. Um, but I'm liking Geechi Gotti's 2022 hit list. I'm liking his hit list. I'm liking Easy the Block Captain's hit list for 2022. That seemed to be the thing in the last few days. A lot of the top battlers have dropped their 2022 hit list. No. Oh, nah, see? You still need the app because certain battles are app only battles. They're app only battles. Like they're going to, yeah, some of them are going to Reddit, but not all, unless somebody is putting all of them on there. Salute to if somebody is, but it's still certain ones I ain't found on there. But I got two other places to look to find them, so I still would be able to watch them. Um, that's just like Volume 9 that just happened. Like I, I'm pretty sure Volume 9 battles are gonna drop one of these days coming soon. It'd be dope if he dropped it for Christmas. It'd be dope if Smack dropped Volume 9 for Christmas. Or at least he give us a battle that we want to see for Christmas on the app. Or on the YouTube. Like, this is my thing. I'm pretty sure Smack has a bunch of PG battles that haven't been dropped, I think he should just go ahead and let them off on the URL YouTube channel. Drop them you drop them PGs, drop some of these unreleased battles. Drop drop these battles on the app, drop them on YouTube. Some of these guys need some YouTube drops for people to be able to watch them. You know, how can you tell a person about what your last battle was if it ain't dropped? That's where the problem's coming in for some battlers. You know, your battle's like 3 or 4 months old and it still ain't dropped. So it's like, how can you tell somebody go watch your work and the battle ain't dropped? Like that's hard to do. That's hard to do. And I think that's where the frustration comes in with the newer guys as far as URL. You battle on a card, you think eventually your battle's gonna drop, and it goes for months, then your battle still doesn't drop. That whoever you're battling next can't even study you because you don't have no recent battle that's on YouTube that they could look at, unless you got a clip of it. So I don't know. I don't know how that can work. You know, I'm still waiting to find out who else is on Super Fight with Tay Rock versus battles is going to be on Super Fight. What makes sense on the card with Danny Myers and Tay Rock? Yeah, like this is the thing with the newer battlers as far as URL. If you're trying to build your resume and build your resume up, you want to battle, but sometimes y'all don't want to accept the battles that people are giving. You want to jump and get a name. There's so many people that y'all can battle between Ultimate Madness 2, 3, and 4 and make good battles with that eventually people will want to battle with y'all. That's what you do. Make good battles with the people from your classes, then move up and get a somebody that's higher than you. That's what you do. If you notice like if you notice certain battlers are battling people in their classes and then eventually moving up and getting a name instead of trying to just go from out the crucible to thinking you're gonna get a name. It doesn't work like that, at least not for everybody. Some people they jump and they get a name, some of them don't. You know, UM4, I'm ready to see Stumbles on the card, Swerve on the card, Casino, Piranha, MVP, depending on the setting, K-Slade. Why aren't these guys on a card? Like, you could have done a super fight with them on the card. Or, hopefully Smack does another Smack Saturday. And that could be dope. So, Smack has all these different battlers. And I start to see why fans are like, why are the same people on all the cards? Their names, they sell tickets. And that's who people want to see, and they're reliable. Name me one new guy that was in UM4 that you think they can put on the card now that has somewhat of a buzz or that could be growing to being a name. I can say Elijah Straight. I can say Swervo. I can say Kid Slick. Those are 3 from UM4 that I think can grow into being names if they continue to work their way up. Eventually, I want to see Easy versus K-Slate. That could be a rookie versus vet. So it's different ways this could work. There's definitely different ways that this could work. Um, there's no way you're gonna go from the Crucible to Ultimate Madness 4 and then think you're gonna get a Rom, a Geechi, or anybody on that level, unless they really, really like you. Unless they really, really like you, and they gonna like do you a favor and battle you. That's the only way I see it happening. Like, nobody's gonna skip the process of having to work to get a name. Having to work to get a name, that's kind of how the game goes. You gotta work to get the names. If Geechi wins Champion of the Year this year, three-peat for him. Three-peat for Geechi if he wins this year. Is everybody gonna still jump and say, come to A-Ward's defense about the fact of what he's doing, but it doesn't equal up to the strength of schedule of somebody who's on URL with the type of competition they're having? That's just the truth of the matter. That's just the truth of the matter. Call it what you want. A-Ward's in a better situation off of URL where he can go battle wherever he wants to battle. But when it comes to Champion of the Year, he's never going to be in the talks because he's not battling the same type of competition of somebody on URL all year round. So that's where his downfall comes. But A-Ward's getting busy on each and every league that he's battling on. Each and every league that A-Ward's going battling on, he's having a good performance on. Whether you feel he won or he lost, or it's debatable. You know, that's just the truth of the matter. Same can be said for Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes has been all around battling, booked and busy. Hate or love Snake Eyes, he's battling. You know, he's had a lot of different battles this year, and you guys like the funny part, and people want to clown Snake Eyes that he's off of URL trying to beg to get back on URL. He's booked and busy, and he's been off URL more than 1 year, more than a year. You have some of you guys that are on URL and still not getting booked. So how do y'all crack jokes with Snake Eyes about him being off URL but he's booked and busy, and you're on URL and you're not booked? You gotta make it make sense. Leave the hate alone as far as when we talk about Snake Eyes. You know, people want to say Snake Eyes, he talk too much, this, that, and the third. Snake Eyes knows how to promo. I would give Snake Eyes that he's one of the top guys when it comes to promoing leading up to a battle. He know how to talk his shit. I give him respect for that. When he gets back on URL, you know, I'm pretty sure certain people he wants. And I'm pretty sure he's going to have to take a battle, probably out the gate, that he doesn't want. I saw him and Nana going back and forth. That could potentially be the battle that he takes coming back. And depending on how that goes to whether he gets who he wants. You know? Because I could have sworn on the live it was Surf, Nunu, and Snake Eyes. And I think Surf said something like Battle Cuban. Something like Battle Cuban. And Snake Eyes was like, nah. You know? Snake Eyes and Cuban could be a good battle. I think it could be a good battle. But at the same time, Snake Eyes has battled Geechi Gotti, Math Hoffa, J400, Mike P, Ryder. He did the 2-on-2 with Dougie, New York versus DMV. So it's like, Snake Eyes has battled some names, so I understand, you want a name coming back. But if I'm Snake Eyes and I want to get back on URL, I would take a Nun Nun. I would take a Nun Nun, battle him, as he would say, you're going to get him up out of there, and then get who you want next. That's what I would do if I'm Snake Eyes and I want to get back on URL. If Nun Nun's offered to me, I take Nun Nun. I think it could be a good quality battle. It could be a good quality battle. And then the agreement would be that Snake Eyes would get who he wants afterward. That would be my agreement, my understanding, and my negotiations with it. You know? It's cool to say, oh, I'm on URL. Cool. Are you booked on URL, though? That would be the thing. Are you booked on URL? Saying that you're on URL means nothing if you're not battling and you ain't booked. Just saying you're on URL is not cool anymore. You gotta be on the card. You gotta be battling. You gotta be battling. Saying you're on URL does not matter if you're not on the card. Just saying you're on URL, you're on the roster, or you're waiting to get on. You're supposed to battle so-and-so, which you hear a lot of times, and then nothing produces of what you're saying, and you're not on the card. And you're just saying, but I'm on URL. I'm on URL. Being on URL and not on the card does not matter. Being on URL and not being on the card, it doesn't matter. You can go battle all these other places unless it's a clause in the contract that you can't until URL comes with something that you want. Until URL comes with something that you want. That could be how that works. There's so many other leagues that you can go to stop at until you get you up and your buzz up, and then come back to URL. Back you have and get who you're asking for, because you've gone here, there, and to hone his skills, build up your resume. Or you could be on URL's roster and never be on a card. I mean, at a point you gotta make it make sense. And I don't think some battlers are making it make sense. You're just cool with saying you're on URL. Cool. Making URL is a big deal in the NBA. But what good is being in the NBA if all you do is sit on a bench for 48 minutes? And whatever battle is over in the G League, going out there and scoring 30 a night, building his resume, building the name and the fan base, and people know who he is. And then eventually he comes on URL and he jumps on the card, and then you're going to be mad. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't, being battle rappers. Like, that's just the truth of the matter. You be damned if you do, you damned if you don't. There's so many battlers over at URL that Smack could have a card every weekend if he wanted to. It's so many battlers. Smack could have a card every weekend and not have the same battlers on every card. You know? But don't hate and be mad when certain battlers are on every card. Be mad at yourself because you didn't do what you're supposed to be doing to get yourself on the card. That's just the facts of what it is. 2022 looking real good for a lot of battlers and they hit list. Hopefully these battlers get who they want they hit list. Easy and Geechi's on a lot of people's hit lists. Coffee, First Lady Flames, and Prestavia's on a lot of the female battlers hit lists. So 2022 looking real good for male and female battle rap. Remy Ma got the Queens Get the Money card on chromosome 23, her league. That's probably gonna be the best female card of the year. 2022 looking real good as far as battle rap wise. So everybody play their part. Battle rap can continue to soar. Looking forward to hearing more about Drake and the $1 Million card too. Getting back to that. Like what happened to Cassidy and the tournament or whatever he was supposed to be doing? Cassidy never got back to talking about it. Curlis, salute. Like, what happened to Cassidy in the tournament or whatever Cassidy was supposed to be doing? We never heard anything else about it. Like, I saw him with Geechi and Reed and and Rex, but you never heard anything else. So hopefully, Cassidy gets back to what he was supposed to be doing. And 2022 can look real good for battle rap. It's a lot of money in battle rap right about now. It ain't chump change no more. It ain't chump change no more for us battle rap. Like when you got people like Drake and Remy Ma getting involved, as far as battle rap, it ain't chump change no more. It's not chump change no more. The price is going up as far as battle rap. That's just what it is. Like, salute to everybody who popped up on the live. You know, probably talk about some things tomorrow on the live. You know, Christmas is on Saturday. Probably pop on here and talk about the NBA games on Saturday. And the NBA and health and safety protocol, all these different call-ups and everything. So, probably Saturday when I get on, we gonna talk the NBA Christmas games. Yeah, 5 figures for the women potentially, and she got all the names. Remy Ma's gonna have all your female favorites on her Queens Get the Money card. 40's on the card. Hustle's on the card. E-Heart. Jazz the Rapper. Miss Hustle. Like, all your favorites are going to be on Remy Ma's Queens Get the Money card. That's going to be card of the year. Watch. That's going to be card of the year until Drake figures out about his $1 Million card. Remy Ma's Queens Get the Money is going to be card of the year. Mark my words. Mark my words, that's going to be card of the year. But we're going to talk some more battle rap tomorrow. And like I said, Saturday, we're going to talk about the NBA Christmas games and everything as far as that and what's going on with the NBA.